Hey everyone, this is Norris Tony coming back to y'all with another video. I'm going to read from my Walk in Faith prayer book first. Then I'm going to get to reading the two chapters of the book y'all really here for me to read. But let me read my prayer book. And whatsoever shall seem good to thee and to thy breaking or brethren, to do with the rest of the silver and the gold, that do after the will of your God. That's from the book Ezra, chapter 7, verse 18. Here's the prayer. I love my friends and family and am blessed to have such wonderful people in my life, but often they are busy with their own challenges to help me face mine. That is when I turn to the one who never fails to be there when I call upon him. That is when I turn to God and put my trust and faith in him to give me strength and resourcefulness to overcome obstacles in my path. God is my rock and my foundation. Okay, as you all know, I'm going to read from Managing Your Money, chapters 15 and 16. And then after that, I'll say my goodbyes and then I'll be off for the night. Okay. And these I think are two pretty short chapters too, so I won't be on very long. Chapter 15, Work and Pay. In the future, you will find yourself facing all sorts of exciting new challenges. You may be starting a full-time job, beginning an apprenticeship, or studying at college or university. And, and all of these options will bring new money choices. This chapter covers work and pay, and the following chapter gives advice on student finance. What's an apprenticeship? Apprentices combine work and study by mixing on-the-job training with classroom learning, either at a college or a training center. They are paid either wages or a salary and have time off for study, usually 1 day a week. An apprenticeship usually lasts between 1 and 5 years. Starting full-time work. Once you start full-time work, you will receive regular pay. You may be paid wages. Wages are payment for the hours you work using a set hourly rate. They're usually paid monthly, but some employers pay weekly or daily wages. You may get a salary. Employees on a salary receive a monthly payment in return for working a certain number of hours a week. Salaries are paid directly into an employee's bank account. What's the minimum wage? In many countries, the government sets a minimum rate of pay per hour, and it is illegal for employers to pay under that sum. In the UK, the minimum wage applies to all workers over 25, and there are also junior rates and rates for apprentices. Looking for salaries. Salaries are shown as the amount you earn each year, but this isn't the same as the pay you take home. A salary is the amount you earn before income tax and other charges are taken off. Turn to page 130 to find out more about pay. Let me see if there's anybody in my chat. Hold on. And I'll get to the next page. Okay. Nobody so far, but I'm gonna continue. Oh, how many hours? In the UK, the usual number of working hours for a full-time worker is between 30 and 40 a week. However, some workers, such as the doctors, are expected to work for many more hours than this. The number of hours you're expected to work is stated in your contract of employment. What's a 0 hours contract? Most employment contracts guarantee that the employee will be given work for a certain number of hours each week. But 0 hour contracts don't make this promise. This means that some weeks there may be no work at all. Workers on a 0 hours contract can face difficult challenges with their financial planning. What about overtime? When you do overtime, you work for longer than the hours agreed in your contract. Overtime work is often paid at a higher rate than usual. A worker may also be given extra pay for working antisocial hours, such as during a public holiday. Some employees aren't paid extra for overtime. Instead, they can take time off to make up for any overtime hours that they've worked. This is sometimes known as time off in toil, in lingu, toil. All kinds of work. People can be paid for their work in a range of ways. How are some examples? I'm a freelance designer. I charge on hourly rate for my work. I run my own business. I pay myself a salary from the profits of my business. And I pay my employees salaries too. I'm a picture framer. I have a set of prices that I charge my customers. I sell cars as well as my salary. I earn extra payment known as commission on every car I sell. Them was just examples that I was just reading, y'all. Hi, Chanel. Looking at pay. Your pay isn't you've earned. It also includes deductions, money taken off your earnings by the government and other organizations. Looking at a pay slip, you will see your gross monthly pay. This is your pay before any deductions. Your net monthly pay. This is your pay after deductions. Your income tax payment. Your national insurance payment. These are payments all workers have to make to the government. You may also see a student loan repayment. That's the next chapter. I'm about to read 16. A workplace pension contribution. Turn to page 131 to find out more. What is income tax? Income tax is a proportion of people's earnings that goes to the government to pay for public services, such as hospitals, schools, and the police. Tax payments don't start until a worker is earning a certain amount, which is set by the government each year. Because income tax is a proportion of what you earn. People earning a large amount of money pay more tax than people with smaller incomes. What is national insurance? National insurance is the same for a system of payments that are taken off people's earnings and given to the government. They go into a fund that helps to pay for state benefits, such as maternity leave and the state pension. Paying for a pension, saving up for retirement doesn't seem remotely urgent when you're young, but it makes very good sense to start saving early. If you pay it off until later, you will need to make much larger payments just to save the same amount. Full-time workers in the UK are encouraged to save for a pension. once they've passed a certain earnings threshold. If you're 22 or over and you earn more than $10,000 a year, you will be required to pay a contribution into a workplace pension fund. Unless you make the decision to opt out, this contribution will be taken off your pay automatically. Workplace pension funds are a great way to boost your retirement savings because your employer has to add a contribution each month. Okay, now that was chapter 15. Now I'm about to read the last chapter of the night, which is chapter 16, Student Finance. If you decide to go to college or university in the UK, you can apply for a loan from the Student Loans Company. The SLC is a government-funded organization that pays for higher education. You pay the money back to the SLC when you're earning enough to afford repayments. Most students apply for a tuition fee loan. This covers the basic cost of a university course. Tuition fees are paid directly to the college or university. Many also take out a maintenance cost loan. This helps to cover everyday living costs such as accommodation, food, food, and transport. Maintenance money is paid directly to the student. The amount a student can borrow depends on how much their parents earn. Managing a maintenance loan. Maintenance loans are usually split into 3 payments over the course of a year. These are paid directly into your bank account, so it's up to you to use your budgeting skills to make sure you have the funds for the things you really need. Paying back a student loan. Okay. Paying back a student loan, I'm sorry. Paying back a student loan is very different from paying back other loans. You don't have to start repaying your loan until you started earning over a certain amount. Currently, the threshold for repayments is a salary of $25,000 a year. After you reach the repayment threshold, you have to pay a percentage of any money you earn over that threshold. The current repayment rate is 9%. So if you earn $30,000 a year, you will pay 9% of $5,000, the amount you've earned along the threshold, the amount of $450 a year. Once you start repaying your loan, the repayments are taken out of your salary automatically. After 30 years, any unpaid money you owe is canceled. So if you haven't earned enough to pay back all the loan, or if you haven't even started to pay it off, you won't be left with a debt forever. Birth salaries, grants, and scholarships. There are a few extra sources of finance that can help some students cover their expenses. Many universities offer birth salaries to students from low income households. There are usually one-off sums of money, the example $1,000, and they do not need to be repaid. Some universities and companies offer scholarships to promising students. This money is often used to pay the tuition fees for a course. Some universities offer grants for a specific purpose, such as a study trip abroad. Part-time jobs. Some students take on part-time work or find a job in the holidays. These extra earnings can help to cover the cost of student life, but combining study with work can be a challenge. Student discounts. Once you have a student card, you can get discounts in shops, restaurants, cinemas, and gyms. There are also some really good travel deals for younger people. It's tempting to take advantage of discounts, but you will need to be careful to not get carried away. Okay, that was the end of chapter 16. So I done read 2 chapters, y'all. Chapter 16 and chapter 17. So that was short. But next Monday, I will come back and read chapters 17 and 18. We're almost to the end of this book. So let me see, chapter 17. So, yep, I have 6 more chapters to read. So, wow, nobody in the chat and 7 likes. That's good. I'm glad you all are stopping by and liking the video. 1 person in the chat and 7 likes. Let me see if I can find out who that person is. Okay, hi, ENM. All right, EBM. Hi. Yeah, but like I said, there wasn't that many people in the chat tonight, Maybe y'all was busy, but y'all can catch the playback because, like I said, I want to thank EBM and Chanel for coming by, showing your love and your support. I really appreciate both of you. But yes, like I said, I'm supposed to get off this live, and enjoy the rest of the night. I want to thank EBM, and Chanel once again. You two are awesome. I love and appreciate both of you. But anyway, I hope that I did good. Them chapters were short. But like I said, I'll probably pop in during the week, maybe pop in and do a pre-recorded video. But until then, I know for sure that I'm going on live next Monday night, and I will be reading chapters 17 and 18. So like I said, I might be early next Monday night, but if not, I'll be at 10 o'clock. But you all, thank you for watching. I hope you all enjoy your week. And like I said, I want to say like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you like. Thanks for watching. You all have a good night and enjoy the rest of your week. Peace.